Right, welcome everybody to another episode of Chris and Dave's Reality TV Cast. I'm one of your hosts, Chris, and my co-host and very good friend is Dave.
Hey there, Chris, and hello to our listeners out there. Welcome to Chris and Dave's Reality TV Cast. We are covering Love Island UK Season 10, Episode 1. Now, Chris, where would you like to start today?
Well, let's start by saying it's not the weekend, David, is it? So anyway, let's...
Just fuck off, Belen. Right, go on. Right, so we were going to record at the weekend, weren't we? And we are fucking not doing a daily podcast. However, I did find myself with a bit of time this evening, and I thought, right, fuck it. Should I ping him? And I wanted to get a bit of a walk in, so I thought, right, I'll just text him just on the off chance that you're available. Chris, I'm not even sure how many seconds between pressing send and you're like, fucking game on.
I was eating my tea. I was like,
You have been poised like a coiled spring, I bet, all day. You've been that SpongeBob meme where you're like, he's going to break. I fucking know he is.
I know you too well, my friend. I know you too well. So, Dave, I must admit, though, Dave, there is plenty of time to think about you through the day. We're not talking and that. And, nothing weird, I promise. Not that I'm going to admit on the podcast.
It was going down a turn.
No, I'm not putting my shoulder out to you. Anyway, but I just was watching it last night, pissing myself laughing because I know we were like messaging each other, and I was just thinking, Dave's like, why the fuck are we back here again? So I've got to say, Dave, the show itself was supposed to be groundbreaking. Something completely different. It's going to rock the core of previous Love Islands. Well, Dave, we got 45, 50 minutes in, and fuck all changed, in my opinion. So what did you think of it?
How dare you, Chris? I think, this was supposed to be this massive twist, wasn't it? This groundbreaking change of the rules. Well, they brought in a couple of guys ahead of the girls before all the girls were in there. And we saw the couple voting, or the public voting, before. We saw it in Winter Love Island. So I don't know what all the hoo-ha was all about, to be honest. But all I could think was, you got all the producers and whatever, the writers, and they're all sat around. They're like, come on, guys, people want something fresh. We need fresh ideas. Come on. And some fucking intern who's about 2 years out of school or something, it's like, what about if we don't send all the girls in first, but we send some of them in, and then we send some guys in? And everyone's like, oh, mate, you're a fucking genius. Job for life. Honestly, I'm like, is this the fucking best you've got? So, I don't know. We want stuff that changes the format. Don't give us the fucking baby game. Don't give us the same running every time. Don't, just change some of the things up. But you have to embrace what actually works. Chris, one of my favorite bits is when someone comes in, like they're fucking Bertie Big Bollocks. They've been, what's his name? Is it fucking George or something? He's going about town like Small Pond, going about Bedford or whatever, and he's like, I'm the fucking dog's bollocks, me. And then he walks in, and then no one fucking steps forward. That is one of the best, cruelest things, but the best things about Love Island. And they take away the bits that we enjoy. And so, yeah, I don't know about you, but I thought that change at the start, I thought it fell a bit flat.
Yeah, nothing. I agree. I was sat here and I'm making a message. You said it just feels like it's never gone off the TV, and they've literally just swapped the characters for someone new, and they're all saying the same shit, aren't they? Yeah, graft. Yeah, this. I want this. I want that. And I'm going, I don't know whether I'm that excited anymore. But then you get bits of nonsense, don't you, with them, like the way they talk and big themselves up. And yeah, it was weird. And I've got to say, sorry, actually, me and Sam were watching it, Dave. and Maya Jama comes on, and Sam's like, and obviously in my eyes, Dave, she's probably one of the greatest presenters on TV. But Sam goes, isn't she beautiful? And I went, yeah. I said, she is. She's stunning. I said, I think I'll have a crush on her. And I said, I tell you what, if I was 20 years younger, Sam went, yeah, you'd have no fucking chance, and just shut me up. And I'm like, how dare you? How dare you, Dave? But yeah, Maya Jama, it's the same thing, really. She's come on. Nothing really got me where I was like, oh, we're in. But I'm sure it will. I'm sure a few days in. Because I know last year's summer one, within about 5 days, 4 or 5 days, it heated up, didn't it? Whereas the winter one took nearly 3 weeks to get going. We were sat here going, is anything going to happen? I'm hoping this summer one, we get some proper drama. We need it within the first few days. None of this feeling out bollocks. We need a bit of recoupling and people splitting each other up and falling out and stuff. That's exactly what Love Island's built on.
Well, what I would say is the little twist that they had at the end, I thought was good.
Yeah.
So, they got all the couples together, but we said this at the Winter Love Island, it takes away the stakes, because in that traditional Love Island coupling up, someone has to make a decision. And especially if more than one girl steps forward and then, a guy chooses one of the girl or just flip it around, have the girls choose the guys, whatever it is. But there is decision making that has gone on there. And then someone's together for a day, and then it's like, oh, you're being unfaithful if you speak to someone else, But with the public choosing, it kind of takes that away. So people are stuck together. But it'd be like if you just met someone at work today, just like started talking to them or something, and then you don't fucking know them from anyone, so you got no loyalty at all. But I did like the fact that when the bombshell comes in at the end, that Zachariah, which I don't know, I guess we have to call him a bombshell, but I think it was slightly underwhelming for the ladies. When just before that, when Maya Jama says, anyone not happy in their couples, and then a couple of them step forward, I'm like, oh yeah, this is the stuff I like.
Yeah, it was Ruchi and Jess. Isn't it? Yeah, sorry to cut across. You're right. Ruchi and Jess, they stepped forward because what made it better was Jess was there and George said on the fucking line that, hey, yeah, she's my type on paper. Shut up, you bellend. You fucking bellend. But I hate that saying. And then she binned him off. And obviously Medi as well, Dave. She was like, nah, there's nothing there between us. I think Medi, he was just having a scope round the villa, wasn't he?
Yeah.
It was a weird one. It was a weird first episode because it's like, why beyond for an hour and a half? And also, Dave, we did the preview episode and every single VT we used in the preview episode was in the show. So when each contestant come on, having Catherine come on, I said to Sam, she's from Dublin. How do you know? So it's on that. I said, oh, right. And then everything was exactly the same. So we were literally 40 minutes of that wasted airtime we did not need. There was nothing going on at the start. I know we've got to get to know everyone and not everyone's going to go on YouTube, but I was like, come on, guys, it doesn't need to be an hour and a half. This is far too long.
Yeah, it didn't. But I kind of feel like this, I always say I hate episode ones, but the whole of week one is usually quite bland, isn't it? I mean, nothing too much happens. If someone creates a little bit of drama, well, we don't care about these people yet. We haven't warmed to them at all. So I guess you just have to spend that time. Sorry to go on about maths again, but this is the difference with maths, isn't it? I don't quite know how they do it, but they get you to invest very early on, and then they give you that drama pretty much episode 1, episode 2, whereas we know with Love Island, it just takes a little bit longer, doesn't it? They have to form those stronger bonds before we care about any drama that comes on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. It's true. And what do you think, though, with the couples, Dave? Because obviously it's interesting. Is this like the super fans, like in Australia, where obviously that Australian series you covered before Christmas was utter bullshit because nobody got a vote. Apparently there was some super fans voting and it was like, but nobody actually knows who they are. Is this Where was this on? Was this on the app, the voting? Because I didn't see where you could actually vote. Obviously, I know the show wasn't airing. It must have been through Facebook, Twitter, maybe Instagram. I didn't really look, to be fair. So I'm probably asking. Sure.
You should just call this. Let's get Phelps investigates on. It's probably fucking itv.com, isn't it? I don't know. He's just showing us up. So not giving a shit about this season.
I've not really looked.
We went right up until about Saturday before we even acknowledged this show's existence again.
Chris Phelps investigates. What have you investigated? Not a lot, really. I'm just making random statements of theories.
I went to google.co.uk and then I typed something. Nothing came back in the first 5 results, so I gave up.
How dare you, Dave? That is like a dagger through my heart there. Questioning my research. That's fucking terrible. Fucking terrible.
Oh, I tell you what, Chris. So I have to say, right, so Mitchell, he came on as he came across in the VT in our preview episode. He seemed like a down-to-earth normal bloke. I'm kind of thinking that, but then he's going on like, oh yeah, get to the gym 2 or 3 times a week. Bullshit. There's no way you get like that 2 or 3 times a week. So that was a tiny little red flag. But he's from Yorkshire, isn't he? You know, so he's got that kind of, for people outside the UK, you know, that kind of the Starks from Game of Thrones type of voice, you know, that Yorkshire voice. But then he's like, oh yeah, what you doing, bruv? Or something like that, he said. And I'm like, oh, what are you putting the voice on for, mate? And like just these little tiny red flags. And I'm getting real fucking Luca Bish vibes from Mitchell, you know, after seeing him on this first episode. So from going from, it seems like a decent bloke, I'm like, I've got my eye on you. I think you might be a bit of a prick.
Yeah, he got a lot of kisses as well, though, Dave, didn't he? Jess kissed him and that. And I mean, all right, Dave, let's talk about Mitchell, because he did do quite well. You're right. I've said that. I think a few people actually said he's a cross. I said Luca Bish, but they're saying maybe a cross between him and Andrew. But also, non-alcoholic beer pong sort of ruins the idea of beer pong, Dave. Non-alcoholic.
You know, just it's like a fucking under 18s disco.
Yes. What's the point?
There is none. That's what I mean. It's like an under 18s disco, isn't it? Where it's like, well, there's no beer. There's literally no reason for that. And I don't know. I guess this is where you get this weird thing by committee, isn't it? So because of previous seasons, I guess they've had to curtail the alcohol. I mean, did they maybe give them one slight little glass of shandy or something like that? But you can't have beer pong without fucking beer, surely.
Well, the Prosecco. So obviously, me and Sam are connoisseurs of Prosecco, Dave. We know that we'll get 6 glasses, you know, in like the champagne flute things. If we have a drink on a Friday, we'll get 6 glasses out of that. So there was like 1 bottle of fucking Prosecco in between about 6 of them at the start. It's like, oh, do you want to get a glass of this? Why? What are you going to get pissed on? Yeah, they need to apply them with fucking alcohol, Dave. We need fucking punch-ups and everything here again. It's just gone right off the boil. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, but I mean, we need handbags, don't we? We need a bit of something. I know that's wrong to say.
Drama.
Yeah, something, but non-alcoholic. Fucking hell. People listening probably say, well, actually, that's morally correct. That's great now, but it makes for shit TV, doesn't it? We need proper action going down here. I want something. And I think you're right. I think, to be fair, the little twist with Jess and Rishi actually saying, I don't want to be with their partners, that's a good way to do it. And Zach comes in, but it's the dialogue that I hate. Maya Jama says, one of the guys could be vulnerable. And it's like, like last year, how many times did Olivia get fucking saved, Dave? You know what I mean? It's like, one of yous is in the bottom 2. One of yous could be going home. No, get in the bottom 2 and just get rid of one of them. That's all we want. Just get rid of people and bring new people in. Not all this like fake delusion of like, maybe you're going to go. And you know that the producer's hands are all over it. always annoys me about Love Island. And as I'm saying it, Dave, that's what pisses me off the most now. That's annoyed me now. My back's getting up now.
I'm
Dave
supposed to be
Horrocks,
the grumpy one.
No,
I hope you're not criticising my pajama there.
No, not you. How dare you, Dave? Do not.
Well, it kind of fucking sounded like it.
Oh no, I'm blaming the producers, Dave. Let's just draw a line on that. Yeah. But to be fair, we also know that Love Island's around, Dave, and that it's coming back on because our little old podcast did a whirlwind tour of BBC Radio yesterday. So, all pre-recorded. We did some little segments about Love Island as a Love Island specialist, Dave. Can't go wrong at that.
I don't know how you did all that outside work.
Shut the fuck up.
It is amazing. So you're doing the tour of the UK, aren't you?
Yes.
BBC this, BBC that. It's pretty impressive.
Hang on, is that a double decker you just threw me under outside my house? But anyway,
no, it's just impressive that you do all of your day job and then you're doing all the recording outside of that as well.
I know. Well, Dave, I've got nothing going on now. My daughter's grown up. I've got nothing to do. So, and this is my baby. Sort of doing all this. I love it. So no, it was great for us, wasn't it? Because we were approached to just go on and give our opinion on Love Island, amongst other things, Dave. And I was like, okay, but it was lovely. Everyone was dead nice, and it's nice for the podcast. So thank you to everyone who listens just by word of mouth, and that just people talking about us. It really appreciate that, and yeah, we can always say, Dave, on our CVs, Love Island specialist, my friend.
Yeah, we could do. And you know what, Chris? I mean, fair play to you because you're the one who does all of this, and ITV, I think they do have a vacancy for a grey-haired presenter. So I've heard. So you could be on this morning or something.
Gonna get fucking cancelled before we even start with that, Dave. Next week you'll be like BBC. Yeah, fucking. I can't answer that. I've got a smart ass comment, but this is nothing I can say. He's gonna do us any favours, so I'm not saying a word. Okay. But if you do see me pop up on TV, you'll know why, Dave, in a couple of weeks. But there you go. You've done me there completely. I can't even answer that.
Oh, it's good. I do. You know what, Chris? I love just taking the piss out of this series. All of it. There's something special about when we come on and cover this particular franchise, if you like.
Yeah.
And I still maintain we can't do it every day. I know we say that every time, but we absolutely can't. But it is good to be back as well.
No, it is. It's good. It is good to be back. But no, thanks, mate, for jumping on. We had to come on and talk to everyone about the first episode. But yeah, just have a lot of fun doing this. We do. And like I say, we've got a bit of free time potentially, but we're still going to stick to the weekly format, guys. So, no, thank you again, mate. I really appreciate it, even if you are calling me out there for my next presenting job. If you want to email us, cdrealitycast@gmail.com. Go to us on social media @cdrealitycast. Please get over to Facebook, guys. The new target for this series is 700 friends over there on Facebook. We've got over 600 now, so please come and join us. Tell your friends if they love reality TV and love listening to a pair of bellends, then we're you guys. So get over to Chris and Nate's Reality TV cast. And a big thanks to Charlene, as always, for running the page over there. Good stuff. If you want to support us, get over to patreon.com/CD Reality Cast. So the roll call of honour is Kent, Lucky Lulu Green, Lauren, Susan, Dee Dee, Katie, Libby, Joanna, Noreen, Neve, Chloe, Brianna, Helen, Keith, Gillian, Zoe, Kristen, Maggie, Kate, Megan, Cassie, Fiona, Emma, Nicola, Macy, Alex, Helen, and Larissa. So thank you so much for all your support. And I got it in one this time, Dave. Absolute nailed it.
No, very impressive. And didn't we have an email?
We did. We did, Dave, actually.
Let me open it.
Very good point. It did indeed.
That's from Kathleen here. So it says, "Hi guys, I had a million things I wanted to say to you during the most recent season, but being in the US, I was way too far behind to send timely comments. I'll just leave you with this. Listening to your preview last night, I realized that I missed both of you. Missed both of you and your opinions more than I missed the show. Appreciate all your hard work, Kathleen."
Oh, that's
What an amazing
brilliant.
email.
Great email. And we had another one actually from Gavin. I've got to read this one to you, Dave. This is a good one. Less in the tank, he's put it, Dave. Hi, guys. No, wait till you hear it. Nothing says you're getting older like going from doing it daily to aiming for once a week. Stop boasting, Gavin. Hope you both get your mojo back soon and will be coming in our ears, so to speak, daily once again. Maybe should have read this before. You've always been the best part of Love Island. Keep it up, Gavin. So what a great email, Dave. And that's true that you do. As you get older, your stamina just drops, Dave. It does, unfortunately.
What a brilliant pun-filled email. I love it.
Yeah, that's the one. So, mate, we can go now and say, I won't see you tomorrow. I'll see you soon.
See you later, mate. Thanks to you. Thanks to everyone out there for listening. Thanks to all our supporters. And we'll speak to you next time.
Bye.